Students, in this question we are given a Lissajous curve. The curve is something like this. Okay, and we are expected to find the equation of the tangent and the normal, given that x is equal to 2 times cos 3t and y is equal to 3 times sin 2t. Now this is called the parametric form, okay, of representing the points. This is the form that is being given. We are expected to find dy over dx. Now from the equation, dy over dx can be represented as dy divided by dt divided by dx over dt. So this is the standard formula that you got to use whenever you're given the coordinates in parametric form. So having obtained that, first let us find what is dy over dt. So we are given, I'm using the space here, given that y is equal to 3 times sine 2t. So dy over dt is equal to 3 times differential of sine t is going to be cos 2t, and the coefficient of t is 2. So you got to differentiate that component. So that would mean you will have a 2 there. Okay, so that's going to be 6 times cos 2t. This is my dy over dt. Now we are expected to find dx over dt. So now consider, given that x is equal to 2 times cos 3t. So if you were to find dx over dt, this is going to be, differential of cos is going to be negative. That's going to be sine 3t. Differential of 3t is going to be 3. You have a 2 there, so it's going to be 6. So negative 6 sine 3t. Now if you were to substitute dy over dt, I need to use 6 cos 2t. If you were to substitute dx over dt, I have to use negative 6 sine 3t. So I can cancel the 6 out, and you have got negative cos 2t divided by sine 3t. Now what is this? This is our slope. Now using the slope, we would have to complete the question and find the equation of the tangent and the normal. So this is the slope of the tangent. Okay, now if you want to find the slope of the normal, then the equation would be negative 1 over m. In this case going to be negative 1 over, you got to use the slope value. That's going to be negative cos 2t divided by sine 3t, which is going to be sine 3t divided by cos 2t. This is going to be negative 1 over m when you are requested to find the equation of the normal. So having obtained this, therefore the equation of the tangent at the point, we are given x to be as cos 3t, 2 times cos 3t, comma y to be as positive 3 times sine 2t. So equation y negative y1 is equal to m times x negative x1. This is my x1, this is my y1. So y negative 3 times sine 2t is equal to slope, it's negative cos 2t divided by sine 3t times x negative x1 is 2 times cos 3t. So this is what we have got. Now if we were to cross multiply, this would give us y times sine 3t negative 3 times. However, you can write this as sine 2t sine 3t is equal to negative x times cos 2t positive 2 times cos 2t cos 3t. This is what we have got. Now we can rewrite this by having the x and y on one side and moving the other things which do not have x and y to the right. So that's going to be x times cos 2t positive y times sine 3t is equal to, this is going to be 3 times sine 2t sine 3t positive 2 times cos 2t cos 3t. So this is the equation of the tangent. Now we are expected to find the equation of the normal. So how are we going to do? We are going to use this negative 1 over m. So you can write that down. Equation of the normal. I'm going to use this formula. So the formula that we are going to be using is y negative y1 is equal to negative 1 over m times x negative x1. So that's going to be y negative, the coordinates you got to place in for x and y. So that's going to be y negative sine 2t is equal to negative 1 over m is going to be sine 3t divided by cos 2t times x negative 2 times cos 3t. So if you cross multiply, you get y times cos 2t negative 3 times sine 2t cos 2t is equal to x times sine 3t negative 2 times sine 3t cos 3t. I can actually move either I can move the x component to the left or I can move the y component to the right. So what I will do, I will retain x sine 3t as positive and move this y cos 2t to the right side. That would be negative y times cos 2t. So that is fine with me. Now what I'm going to do is, having moved, I need to move the components to the other side. Okay, I don't want this to be on the side of the x. So when I do that, this is going to be 2 times sine 3t cos 3t negative, I've got a 3 times sine 2t cos 2t. Okay, so that would be the equation of the tangents. So just for sake of clarity, maybe I can use some formula, okay, of sine t. Okay, just for sake of clarity, let me rewrite it here. So this is going to be x times sine 3t negative y times cos 2t is equal to 2 times sine 3t cos 3t negative 3 times sine 2t and cos 2t. Now just consider this one, or just for the sake of bringing it to the simplified fashion, I want to show you the simplification. Now sine 2 theta is equal to 2 sine theta cos theta. Now I've got 3t here. Now if I were to take theta to be as 3t, then this is going to be 2 times sine 3t cos 3t. On the left, it's going to be sine 2 of 3t, right? So that's going to be sine 60. So sine 60 is going to be 2 times sine 3t cos 3t. Okay, so I can use that here. So in place of 2 times sine 3t cos 3t, I'm going to be using sine 60. Okay, negative. Now I've got 3 times sine 2t and cos 2t. So I can also redo the same thing. Now the only thing is that 3 is there, so I can't do anything with the 3, but I can however change this sine 2t and cos 2t. So how am I going to change? So I have got sine 2 theta is equal to 2 times sine theta cos theta, right? But I need 2t. So I'm taking theta to be as 2t. So when I do that, I would be getting 2 times sine 2t cos 2t. On the left side, it's going to be, in place of theta, I got to substitute 2t. So that's going to be sine 40. But I don't have a 2 here. If you see here, I don't have a 2 here. I got a 3. I don't want to do anything to do with 3. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move the 2 down. So that would be 1 over 2 times sine 40 is equal to sine 2t times cos 2t. So this is what I would be using. So in place of 3 times sine 2t cos 2t, I would take 3 out, and in place of sine 2t cos 2t, I would be using this quantity. So that's going to be 1 over 2 times sine 40. This can be rewritten as sine 60 negative 3 over 2 times sine 40. So on the left, you got x times sine 3t negative y times cos 2t, which is equal to sine 6t negative 3 over 2 sine 4t. So that completes the result of this question.